It's not one white jersey around the ball. It's three, Coach, out there so far. Out to the far side of the field, Liam Lynch trips here to the near side. Tracy takes a snap from the gun. Facing some pressure. Fires over the near side. It's going to be picked off by Reese Trieber. He's at the 45 and is still on his feet before he's dragged down at the Warrior 43-yard line. The first turnover of the game, and the Wild Bunch get the interception.
And welcome here to the Week 4 Penn preview on the Regional Radio Sports Network. Adam Demaree alongside me, Cory Yeoman, the Penn Kingsmen, last Friday night getting a 29-7 victory up in Michigan, Berkeley, Michigan over Birmingham Brother Rice. Coach, a great win for your program against an equally traditional program as well up in Michigan.
Yeah, they have a great program, and you know, the atmosphere that it brought was very, very similar to what happens during the tournament. A long bus ride and playing a very good opponent at their place in front of a hostile crowd, and I think that pays dividends down the road, I hope.
I think it has to start with the fact that Camden Bone rushed for over 250 yards and 4 touchdowns, accounted for 26 of the team's 29 points, but it also has to start up front with the Hogs opening up those holes for him. Well,
I just think, I mean, number one, for him to make those big runs, and he had a monster game. The end of those runs were him. To get him to that linebacker level, that's the offensive line. So the end of the run was definitely him, but those offensive linemen did a good job at the front part of it.
When you take a look at his passing numbers, only 25 yards, didn't have to throw it a whole lot, and I know your philosophy is just take what the defense gives you, but in terms of as the season continues to progress, is it a concern at all that he's not throwing as much as maybe you would like him to, or to continue to keep his arm warm?
No, philosophy is philosophy, and being balanced has to do with being able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. And to me, that's not going into a game and say, I want to throw 15 times a game, I want to run the ball 15 times a game. That has nothing to do with it. I think you have to be smart and take advantage of what's there, and there's no perfect defense against everything, so you have to take advantage of the opportunities.
Well, speaking of your defense, forced 2 turnovers, got 5 sacks. You take a look at there's 3 white jerseys wherever the ball was at all times last week, and I thought Jason Alexander, Paul Mawala, Austin Loffman, the secondary, did a great job. Nate Boone did a great job on the defensive line. Really, all 11 guys just continued to fly to the ball and continued to grow as the week progressed.
Well, I think they took a step forward again, which is great. I mean, I think every week so far, you know, with so many guys playing at different positions for the first time, I think every week they've gotten better and better. And the only way you can do it is play ball games, and they're getting used to that. They're playing fast. There's times every now and then they don't play quite as fast as I want them to play, but for the most part, they're playing pretty fast. We're shooting at it, and we're going for it on our tackles, and we need to continue to improve our tackling as well. But I think we're definitely making strides in the right direction. Now, they're going to have a heck of a task this coming Friday night, though.
Yeah, you bring up Orchard Lake St. Mary's team down here to Osceola, and you take a look at what they bring to the table. As you look at what they bring on film, what do you like about this team, and what do you think they do so well?
Well, number one, offensive, and they'll line up in the wishbone, and they'll just try to beat you up and just pound you. And they've had a lot of success over there for years and years, won a lot of state championships, were state champions last year in the state of Michigan. A big physical front. Probably, you know, depending on who you talk to, 5 of the top 20 recruits in the state of Michigan are on that football team, and they have a lot of guys back from their last year's squad. There's about 7, 8 guys on offense back, and about 5 or 6, 7 guys on defense that are back from last year's state championship team. So they're a veteran crew, and they get after you on defense. I mean, they'll mix it up and play some even front and some odd front, and then offense, basically it's a wishbone. Every now and then they'll break it completely and go to a spread type attack. So they've got weapons. They've got a wide receiver that can really go, but they're, you know, 2 out of their 3 running backs are back, 2 big tight ends that are back, and an offensive tackle and an offensive guard that are back. So both the fullback and one of the halfbacks and the quarterback's back. So it's going to be a heck of a challenge, and it's going to be great. And they're going to make plays on us, and they're going to point out some weaknesses and things we need to work on, and hopefully we'll point out some too as well.
When you take a look at the type of offense that they run and how they try to attack you on the ground, very similar to maybe a Mishawaka team that you might face a little bit later on in the season that you face so many times in terms of the rivalry between Penn and Mishawaka. Does that help in a certain situation like this with a team like Orchard Lake St. Mary's?
Really, it doesn't, because it's a different type of offense. What they're trying to do is they're running power football plays at you, isolation plays, power plays, toss plays, dives the fullback, not the option attack that Mishawaka runs so well. So completely 2 different styles of offense.
All right, Coach, break it down for us in the 3 phases. What's it going to take to get the win on Friday?
Well, one of the positive things that took place last week, and we were able to kick a couple balls in the end zone, which, Jared did a nice job connecting, and after having a tough week, a couple weeks before that, and he bounced right back and did a great job and improved our coverage there a little bit as well, too. So, I think, Sam's done a nice job and getting better and better, and our coverage teams have done a nice job. And they're going to have to do this kid last week, the number 1, which is, very apropos with guys where those single digits usually can go, and he's no exception. He's a burn. He ran a touchdown back, a punt return back last week, so we're going to have to do a great job on our coverage teams. So special teams are going to be a big part of the thing, and we still need to get our kickoff return and our punt return, the game back up and take another step forward in that. We're not producing the way we need to produce, and we need to continue to work on that. I mean, up front defensively, we just it's going to be a tough physical football game, and it's going to be old-fashioned rock'em sock'em football, and that's exactly the kind of style that they play. They're going to make some plays. I mean, they're a heck of a football team, and we just have to find a way to keep settled and keep doing what we do and fly to the football and fit where we need to fit. A lot of great team defense is how you run to the ball, how you get off box, and where you fit, and knowing where your help is. Offensively, I mean, they're a physical group as well. And again, just like last week, some weeks we throw the ball more, some weeks we run the ball more. Just take advantage of what's offered to us and try to find a way to move the sticks and put points on the board.
All right, Coach, best of luck.
Thanks, Adam.
Cory Yeoman, head coach of the Penn Kingsmen, join us here in the Week 4 Penn preview. You can tune in to 91.1 The Globe, 95.3 Michiana's News Channel, and the Regional Radio Sports Network this Friday night starting at 6 o'clock with the pregame show. Kickoff at 7, live from TCU Freed Field.